So another question that I get is, why shouldn't I clean my data on the way into my data warehouse? Why am I such an advocate of moving business rules downstream from the warehouse to the marts, or between the warehouse and the marts? Well, in this particular case, I would tend to say that, this is lessons learned the hard way. I've been in business a long, long time, and I've seen so many systems that cleanse their data on the way into their warehouse, only to turn around and realize that the rule that they use to cleanse their data is wrong. And now they have to try to go back to that source system, find that source data again, run it back through a new set of rules, and rebuild the warehouse from scratch. Well, that certainly doesn't sound to me like a very efficient way, cost-effective way, or maintenance-wise way of handling changes to business rules that define what clean is. And really what I'm getting to here is the heart of business changes. When a business changes, they frequently change what they define is clean data. So what was clean today may not be clean tomorrow, may actually be dirty or broken business rules tomorrow. What was clean 5 years ago is almost certainly broken today by today's business standards. So I don't recommend, for auditability purposes or for other reasons, I don't recommend that you clean your data on the way into your warehouse. I think that causes a lot of suffering and a lot of pain going forward. And then the other thing there is you end up restating your data if you have to build those cleanliness rules or those cleansing rules up front of your warehouse. And restating means you drop all the data in your warehouse, go back to the original sources, and re-cleanse it through the new rules. I've seen that happen too many times. I don't want to go through it again, and you probably don't either. So that's something that I'm very, very adamant about. That's covered in the Data Vault methodology. In addition to that, there are legal ramifications for changing the data set in your warehouse, or restating the data, ripping it all out, running it through new rules, changing that data. Those legal ramifications can get you into hot water, or land your company in hot water with auditors, external auditors, financial auditors, government auditors. We just don't want to go there. So it's much better to pick up those rules and put them down between the warehouse delivery and the data mart delivery, so that we have an auditable data store. And of course, one more problem that can happen if you try to clean upstream of the data warehouse, excuse me. One more thing that can happen if you try to clean upstream of the data warehouse is that source system might be retired, might have gone away, or maybe the data is missing and no longer exists in the source system, or you can't get it in from a backup. If that's the case, if you can't get it in from a backup, or the source system's been retired, then in that particular instance, what are you going to do to restate your data in the warehouse? So there's lots of implications to having those business rules upstream, or any business rules, whether it's cleansing or aggregation or any of that other kind of business rules, upstream of your historical store.